Gurudev. We'll sing the song of Yogananji. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, 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 my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never thee, I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. Listen, 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 my heart song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart song. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. I will never forget thee. I will never forsake thee. We'll chant Om 3 times together. Om. 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 Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Om. Amen. So, anything that which has a beginning will come to an end. One who is born will die. You like it or not. So, our program is coming to an end, but our practice, our love, our devotion will continue. Swamiji, in Kamba Ramayana, I read that Hanumanji will be the Brahma in the next Kalpa. Requesting you to kindly shed some insight into this. So, what insight? The Kamba Ramayana, which you said, it is a popular Ramayana in South India, in Tamil. So, different Ramayanas, which are in different languages, have their different way of expression. And Lord Hanuman, in most of the Ramayana, is described as a great devotee of the Lord. And if he is going to be Brahma or the creator in next Kalpa, let it be. So, we have no problem. If we have less time to do meditation, say 15 minutes, which will be important Kriya to do, whichever you love, practice it. Do you know, it is good to practice all these steps if the time permits. If time doesn't permit, you are in hurry, just one bow is enough. But the other thing, throughout the day, how you are observing breath, how you are spending the day, that matters more than just sitting with eyes closed. You said a normal breath is about 4 seconds. How long should a slow, long, deep Kriya breath be? It depends upon you. Everybody's lung capacity, physical condition is different. So there is no standard. You know what is happening? You'll be thinking, why I am keeping all these papers like this? It is nothing wrong with you. It is wrong with me. Sri Gurudev advised to keep attention in fontanel and watch the breath. Could you please explain how to do it? Do you know, I am sitting here. I'm looking at you. So I'm sitting here and looking at you the same way. Keep a fraction of your mind on the top of the head and look at. In India, those who have observed the singers, those who sing, they play harmonium. They hand one hand on the reed, other hand on the bellow or whatever you say to, and then they normally don't look at the text. It is in memory. They look at the audience and they go on singing. In between, they put their hand like this in rhythm, tal. They go on singing and moving the head and smiling, and sometimes leave the harmonium doing like this, then they hold it. So many things they do at a time. So here only Gurudev told 2 things to do. Keep your attention there, and it depends upon our little practice. How to get Guru's guidance through meditation for our daily lives problems or indecisions. Meditate. Practice. Keep the mind peaceful, clean and clear. Confused mind cannot take decision. Peaceful mind cannot take decision very easily. So maintain that inner peace. Many times, as a family person or work, some word it is, we get an attribute of I am the bubble making the sea. How to get it of the ego in every walk of my life and action, even if even if practice to get this ego out, how to sustain it in the long run. Look, I didn't say that ego should completely go. I told ego should be used. We should not be used by ego. Ego should be used. Ego is a tool. So we all are individuals. There is nothing wrong. Suppose in theater, different individuals play different roles, and each one tries to play one role, knowing that I'm part of this play. So what ego does ordinarily, ego gives a complex that I am the best, I do this, that I to reduce a little bit. Not I, you. Not I am speaking, you are speaking through me. Not I am seeing, you are seeing through me. This practice. Not I, but you. Let ego be there, no problem. Do not, somebody said, a spiritual master said, increase your ego as much as possible. The highest form of ego is aham brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Or in the Bible it is said, I and my father are one. This is the highest form of ego. Make it. Nobody's telling that you give up your ego. Make it the highest, nothing below it. Somebody said, if I will think I'm divine, I'm God, what about others? They are also God. So the highest form of ego is I am divine. The lowest form of ego is I am nothing. I know nothing. I am nothing. It is all God's play. God is playing through me. So in between is the problem. How to differentiate between mind and the seer? Very simple thing. We all have mind. The answer is yes. When my mind is upset, I know my mind is upset or not. A simple question. Today my mind is upset. The answer is yes, I know. Today my mind is restless. I know it. Who is that who knows the mind being different from the mind? So that is I. That I means not that little I, egocentric I. So because the mind is always has the capacity to see itself. No. This is a wrong assumption you have made. Mind by itself has no capacity. Be very clear. A tool doesn't have a capacity by itself. Suppose tool is a pair of glass. Pair of glass has no ability to see by itself. It helps to see through the glasses. That's all. Be very clear. I is an instrument. I means that this I. So this I cannot see by itself. It helps to see. Here is my humble submission. एक तारा बोले गुरु तेरे वाणी, एक तारा बोले गुरु अंतर्यामी, एक तारा बोले तुम सर्वज्ञानी, एक तारा बोले तुम मेरे स्वामी, O my beloved Swami, you are omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. May Ektara and we seekers get your kind grace to reach the state of eternal bliss, self-realization in this lifetime. Do you know what is the meaning of the word Swami? Swami is Lord. So your song is very beautiful. Ektara bole Guru Tere Vani. Here Guru is not individual. Guru is God. And in reality, no individual is Guru. Remember, no human being is Guru. A beautiful example is given by Thakur Ramakrishna. He said that in the old times, those who are from India, they might have seen the old good houses. The rainwater's outlet from the roof. Sometimes there was the face of a lion, face of a bull. Like this, the water is coming out. So the children believe that the water is coming out of the mouth of the lion. One will tell, no, mouth of the bull. Poor lion or the bull's face has no ability to bring out water. It is water of the rain. Water of rain is coming only through this mouth. That is what in reality is. You know, it is the reality is his master's voice. His voice is going through this mouth. And people think this mouth, it is a mistake. God is Guru. No human being is Guru. Be very clear. Then you'll ask, what happens to all this lineage? Yes, we love, but this lineage is none but they represent God's. And to attribute Godhood to individual, often it is erroneous. Be very clear. God is Guru. Anything good thing we learn from anybody, it is grace of God. So, your mind says do. Who says no to the mind? Is it intellect? My dear intelligent one, what happens in individual, you ask a tricky question. The mind tells do, the another aspect of the mind. Mind has different colors. Many times they tell lower mind, tell mind, intellect. One will tell mind and the soul. Whatever, but we know that mind is telling to do this. We know it. Because mind out of impression, memory, this, oh, my mind likes to have this. Mind is telling, let me have this cup of tea. But tea is not good. I will not take tea. We do this. Who is doing it doesn't matter. First thing, I will not do it. Do it. No need to think, who in me is telling this? How does it matter or not? I will not take tea. That is clear. There needs a big reform in thought process to understand the reason behind these practices and how can we use them in this modern day without wastage. Please guide us. Again, there needs a big reform in the thought process. True, I agree. To understand the reason behind these practices, what we are doing all these techniques, that's fine. And how can we use them in this modern day? Sure, without wastage. And then what should I hide? You told a beautiful thing. What to practice? Practice it. Do you know, modern society is a society of consumerism. I hope you all understand. The those who do business, they're very intelligent people. They know how to manipulate, how to exploit, and how to take money from our pocket. Very simple thing I'm telling. Telephone. 30 years ago, 25 years ago, 20 years ago, telephone tariff was very high. And there was a revolutionary change, and it went down like this. They are not generous to make this down. It is no. They take money even more than us, more than as we used to spend before. In such a way, we don't know that we are paying. We use the telephone. You use the telephone more. They take money from our pocket. They steal time from our life. They're very tricky. So, however, be careful of this modern day society. Whatever is useful, telephone is useful, use that much. Internet is useful. Whenever it is needed, use it. Don't use too much of time. The same thing. Do not buy this. They create so much of temptation in us, in mind, and we go on buying. Is it really needed? And we create more desire in ourselves. The society creates the marketing strategy, advertisement, whatever you say, it creates, we need this. Is it really needed? And most of the desire is wasteful desire. Where do we draw the line from doership, parenthesis ego, and start surrender? It is easy to say, do your best, but difficult to know until which point. I am a student. I'm studying. Because I was a student, I am also a student. I'm a student. Even till today, I'm studying, I'm reading. God has given few things. First thing, limited time. And in this limited time, I have to achieve anything. I have to study. So when I'm going to study, now in front of me, there is little distraction. Distraction is television, social media, friends, food, family members sometimes. I can make that the goal is to study. These are my distractions. My goal is study and as much I should. If I am to study, I will be very careful of all this distraction. No, it is not really needed. If it is really urgent, okay, I'll give my time a little, then no. So what is happening? If we are not distracted and do our thing, I finished my study. If I have time, okay, so go for a walk, do a little exercise, or sit with your friend. Until and unless I have not finished it, I'll not allow my mind to be distracted. It's a very simple thing. And that we should practice. So if we practice this, then we are doing our best. So I hope I answered you. How to watch breath and be in meditation all the time. As a learner, how should we practice and achieve this? Our breath is going on day and night. Whether you watch it or not, it is going on. Simultaneously, our all sense organs, for example, I'm talking. My breath is going on. I am talking. When I'm talking, thoughts are coming, and it is coming in form of words, it is coming out. While talking, I'm looking. Because I'm talking to my friend, I'm looking at my friend, so I'm looking. Not only I'm looking, while I'm looking, I'm trying to know whatever I'm talking, my friend is understanding me or not, accepting me or not. I'm also trying to understand. Mind here, simultaneously, I am doing so many things. The simple thing I'm talking. The breath is going on. I am talking in a consistent manner. I'm trying to put the thoughts in a very convincing way. I'm looking at my friend. I'm trying to understand my friend is accepting my view or not. When I'm doing so many things at a time, why can't I add one just to watch the breath and to speak? You will ask, while speaking, how can you watch? While speaking, at least exhalation I can watch very easily. You'll tell how? Because with every word I am breathing out through the mouth. It is a special breath. It is speaking breath. Speaking breath is exhalation through the mouth, inhalation through the nose. While speaking, I'm stopping my talk in between. I'm inhaling and then I'm talking. So it is so easy. Because when I'm talking, I can't inhale. When I inhale, I can't talk. So I'm stopping my talk and inhaling. So I can do it's not difficult. Thing is, initially it appears to be difficult. When I started to learn harmonium, what happened if my right hand is going, the left hand was not moving. When the left hand is moving, right hand was not going. There was a little bit struggle. But when one practices little more and more, both the hands go so smoothly, there's no problem. Everything needs little practice. Just practice and you see it will be very easy. When will Kali Yuga end? When you get up from sleep. And you will tell what? I'm telling from the Vedas. Kalau Swayana Bhavati Sanjihanastu Dvapare Uttista Tredha Bhavati Krutam Sampadyate Charam Saraiveti. That it is Saraiveti Shukta. It is said, Kalau Swayana Bhavati. When a person is in inertia, sleep, forgetfulness is in Kali. When one is getting up, Uttista. Uttista is, so Kali Yuga ends when confusion ends. Kali Yuga ends when conflict ends. Kali means conflict. Kali Yuga ends when there is end of darkness. Kali, Kali, it is one. So why all the men gurus in Kriya Yoga are men only? Is there female guru? What happened? At that time, you were not there. Have you not read or heard about the sister of Babaji? There are great lady Kriya Yoga masters. Paramahansa Yogananda's disciple, Dayamata, not only Dayamata, no, Ananda Imaz is different. In Kriya Yoga, you asked, the foremost householder disciple of Sri Lahiri Mahasaya, his name is Panchanana Bhattacharya. His wife, Suradhuni Devi, I don't know if you have heard her name. She was a great, really good. She has her own Bhagavad Gita interpretation by Suradhuni Devi. There are many. How we can grow spiritually? Please guide us. So, a monk was going to give talk on spirituality in West. Somebody stood up, said, Swami, we know what spirituality is. He said, please explain. He said, spirituality is coming from the word spirit. He said, very nice. He said, spirit means alcohol. He said, very nice. We all are experienced in taking alcohol. Are we not spiritual? So how can you grow spiritually Another meaning of spirit is breath. God is spirit in the Holy Bible. God is spirit. The worshipper of God should worship him in spirit and truth. Here, spirit means breath. God is breath. In the Upanishadic mantra, in the mantra of the Upanishads, in the Vedas, it is a Namo Brahmane, Namaste Vayo, Tumeva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. O Brahman, I bow to you. You are Vayu. I bow to you. You are Pratyaksha Brahma. God is formless, but breath is air. Air is formless, but my breath, which I feel, which is going in, coming out, I feel it. It's perceived directly. Although formless air, but it is going in and coming out very little. So I feel it. So you are my breath. Through breath to love God, through breath to get concentration, through breath to regulate mind. Remember, restless breath, restless mind. Suppose if I become angry, my mind is agitated. And how is my breath? Angry person, very fast. So if I regulate my breath, I can regulate my mind. So with breath, you can get higher and higher level of concentration. Could you please give some tips to sit more on meditative posture without pain, without physical pain? You know, any posture can be meditative posture. You say, what is any posture? You see, throughout the day, you have standing posture, you have walking posture, you have sleeping posture, you have toilet posture, you have eating posture, you have relaxed posture, you have talking posture, you have running posture. Throughout the day, you pass through many postures. Every posture, you watch your breath. Sitting on the toilet, in toilet posture, breath is different. Watch your breath, how breath is, breath stops, when breath begins. Those who watch the breath in the toilet, they will find there is a very interesting principle. Suppose now I am in traveling posture. Suppose I am traveling. Now the airline's counter, I'm standing and he's telling, please put your bag on the belt. So I lift up the bag. When I'm lifting up the bag, the breath is a different state. You can watch it. How is your breath when you lift up and keep it? So every posture, different breath. Every posture, different state. It is not that just all the time to sit like this. Even if you tell all the time to sit like this, for me, I will not advise to myself to sit like this all the time. Change your legs. Don't hurt your legs, because after some time the legs will slip. The legs will tell, change it. Change it. So meditation, as I told you in the previous class, in the Bhagavad Gita, Susukham Kartum, 9th chapter, first verse I told, which is very easy to practice. Meditation or these yoga exercises, stretch your body, strain your body. It is no. In a very relaxed way, watch your breath, do your work with love, in calmness, in concentration, remembering for whom I am doing and why I am doing. That is what meditation is. How can I know what stage of development I have reached? So my spiritual sadhana, in my spiritual sadhana, and how long I have to work to reach my spiritual realization? Look, who taught the baby to turn the body? When the baby is few weeks old, slowly the baby by itself turns the body. And then the baby by itself try to crawl on the belly. Then with 4 legs, trying to walk with the 4 legs. 4 legs means two hands and two legs and knees. And then we help a little to stand up and to hold the hand and walk. We help a little. And if you observe, the baby also tries to catch hold of the wall, and in baby there is an urge. It is a natural urge in the baby when baby is growing up. Similarly, when the baby gets teeth, you can feel it. When the baby has no teeth, you put your finger in the baby's mouth, the baby sucks. Even the finger, there's nothing in the finger, no honey or no, baby sucks the finger. And if you see the baby gets teeth, if you put the finger, the baby bites. Who told the baby to bite? It is a natural growth in the baby and the feeling that previously the baby was sucking, now the baby is biting. And then the baby will start chewing. In the same way, we grow up spiritually, we can know very easily. You can observe your own mind. How was it before? How is it now? Your own emotion, your own state, you can easily understand. One who is careful, conscious, can easily understand. Previously, I was getting very agitated. Now I am feeling very peaceful. Previously, I was feeling very restless. Now that restlessness is gone. Previously, I was getting upset very quickly. Now I see that I'm not so much upset. Previously, I was dissatisfied with everything. I am now a little bit more content. Previously, I was finding fault in everybody, in everything. Now I'm thinking, oh God, why? This is this. So we can do our self-analysis and understand that I am growing up or not. If I'm not growing up, then again you can find where is the mistake? Why I'm not growing up? Or you can see I was growing very quick or good, but now there is little slowness in me. What is the problem? Is it food? Is it my slackness in practice? Is it that I give importance to other things, not to meditation? If you analyze yourself, you can find out, oh, this is the cause. Earlier, I was getting up at strict time. I was sitting for meditation. Now I became a little bit lazy. Laziness is the cause. So if we analyze ourselves, we can easily know. But how quickly we'll get realization, it is not in our hands. Our efforts and His grace. We'll put our effort, and surely His grace will help us to reach. That is why it is said, Ishvara Pranidhana, surrender, surrender. If you study Yoga Sutra, it is said, Samadhi Siddhehe, Ishvara Pranidhanat. Again, it is said, Ishvara Pranidhanat Va. So more and more, if there is one technique, more and more emphasized in the Yoga Sutra, it is Ishvara Pranidhana. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Not me, you. Oh God, you. What can I do when sad or traumatic memories come up? Mostly regrets come up. Any memory, it is from the past. Memory doesn't come from future. For future, imagination, expectation, speculation for future. Memory is from the past. Do you know what happened? I told you maybe here that I had some problem in school final exam. It had little impact on me. I didn't know. I accepted, all right, it happened. But still then there was a little, you can say little trauma. You'll say, what happened to you? Only in dream. Not in wakeful state. In dream state, few times I saw I am appearing at the examination. Which examination? High school examination, not university examination. Because the mind records all these. And without our knowledge, the mind has recorded it as a sad moment, although I did not want. And it comes up without our knowledge. If at any time, because now I'm conscious, when I'm conscious of my breath, when I'm conscious of my thoughts, when I'm conscious of my behavior, and spiritual life is a conscious lifestyle. Previously, I was emotional. I was not conscious of emotion. I was overpowered. Mind was overpowering me. Emotion was overpowering me. Impulse was overpowering me. But now I'm conscious. So I'm not impulsive, not emotional. I'm watching. So then I'll see that, okay, this thought is coming. No. Why? That is gone. Something happened. It is no more that situation. Why should I carry that fear? It was at that time. No, no. Pray to God. Do you know, when we pray to God, then it goes away. Prayer kills the fear. Prayer cleans the mind. Prayer gives strength. All those traumatic experiences, it is pacified through prayer and meditation. What is moksha? Moksha is a Sanskrit word. And if you want to know its translation, moksha is freedom. It comes from much dhatu. Much dhatu means to untie. One. Moksha dhatu, to be free. To moksha means freedom. Somebody said moksha is a Sanskrit word. It is an abbreviated form of two words. So what is that? Mo means moha, ksha means kshaya. Elimination of ignorance, infatuation, attachment. That is what freedom or moksha is. How to achieve that? Do you know? A fruit hanging in the tree wants to be detached and to be free. There are many ways. If strong wind blows, naturally the fruit will be detached, but that fruit is useless. It is untimely detached from the tree. It is neither ripe, only suppose baby mangoes. If there are South Indian people, they can make pickle. If that is, once I was in Brazil, in Brasilia, there was, when we have here winter, they have summer, the other side. And mangoes, green mangoes hanging in the tree, tender jackfruit. Oh God, I was really excited to see all this. Next morning, there was windy storm. Next morning, while going, so much of mango. Brasilia is the capital city. Roadside, you can't imagine, it can be in trucks. Such this size mango, not baby. This. I asked my host, what will happen to all these mangoes? They said the sweepers will come and clean it. And then they'll dump it for garbage. It's garbage. If it would have been India, it would have been so, yeah, it's useful. I said, yes. What do they do? I said, it can be done many things. One can make pickle, one can prepare some other stuff, one can prepare mango rice, many things can be done. So, because we know how to use it. That is the problem. The problem is we don't know how to use it. If you want the fruit to be detached in a natural, normal way, you have to wait. The fruit is to wait. How long? Till it is ripe. Once the fruit is ripe, it will naturally be detached. So we should ripe. So you'll tell how to ripe quick. There is way to ripe quick. How? Nowadays, in the morning, green banana, in the evening, ripe banana. Completely change in color. Even it becomes soft. What happens? Chemical. Pass through some chemical, change in color, change everything. So do we want that type of ripeness artificially? No. It's not healthy and it doesn't have the real Test. And then what? Wait. If I want to be completely ripe and detached, I should have patience. One thing I'll do, I'll be continuously attached with the tree. And when I'm ripe, the tree will tell, go. I will be attached with God, breath to breath. Slowly, I'll ripe. Gurudev said, when a mango is ripe and it falls, people will run towards that mango. And when the mango is ripe, its outside color, inside color, aroma, everything changes. So we all should ripe. So that is what moksha is, to ripe. How to discern in guidance, if guidance is coming from God or from the mind, intellect, or ego. So this is a tricky question and you should be careful. In our daily life, we have to take decision. Suppose early in the morning, I got up. So should I meditate or not? The mind will tell, oh, today, do this, stop, that, stop. Do you know what happens? In the morning, if you really want to meditate, don't watch your telephone. If there is any message or not, it doesn't matter. If there would have been an urgent thing, somebody would have called you. So if there is 15 minutes delay in watching this, your telephone, heaven is not falling. Once you open this, then, oh, okay, let me reply. Let me do this. Your time is gone, your mind is gone. Just think, when there was no telephone, so we survived. So similarly, this decision, what is priority in my life? You have to take decision. And the same thing, is it mind or ego? It is your little conscience, little intelligence. What is my priority? What should I do? Suppose the mind will tell, take a cup of coffee, the body will be refreshed, and you can meditate better. You will tell no. You will say, why? Because it is an artificial way to stimulate your body. Why can't I do a little exercise or little bow to stimulate my body and mind in a natural way, not dependence with something? So this is a rational approach. There is nothing with God or mind or ego. Very rational way, intelligent way to take steps. Should I take breakfast or not? Yes, breakfast is good. Which breakfast I should take? Now, you have to take decision. The breakfast should be healthy. Not, the food which is tamasic, or it should be good food. You have to take decision. And sometimes people tell that God is telling me. Don't bring God into your ordinary business, that God is telling you, do this, do that. So use the instruments intelligently that is needed. How many kriyas can one take? How many levels are there in kriya? In our lineage of kriya yoga, there are 6 levels of kriya, and some kriyas are again subdivided into some levels. Don't worry. You'll tell why. Even in only first level of kriya, one can grow up. Don't be curious, what is next, what is next. That is the curiosity of mind. But how sincerely we are practicing, very simple thing. Even the first level, and that matters. That is the foundation. If the foundation is strong and stable, your growth will be good. How do I eradicate a fear for anything? There is a book, Freedom from Fear. So buy this book. If you buy this book, 2 things will happen. Suppose if I talk on fear, I'll talk 1 minute, 2 minutes. You'll get lots of information in that book. This is one thing, you will get more benefited. Second thing, I will be benefited. Look at what? I'll get money. If you buy the book, you'll pay for this. Now you are listening to me, you are not paying. Once you pay, listen, I have paid, I should follow it. If you just listen, you may not. So, do you know, the easiest way to be free from fear is loving God, accepting omnipresence of God. If God is with me, I have nothing to fear, nothing to worry. Do you know what is happening? The body is getting old. Our human beings are very intelligent. Even the baby is one day, they told 1 day old, 2 days old. Today I asked somebody, what is your age? Told 15 years, 14 years, 14, 14 years old. I said, no, 14 years young. So this body is getting old and the machines are getting old. When I was young, means really young. At that time, this body was so sick. I was born sick. Sometimes I told to this old stock, you go to buy something. Suppose there is clearance sale. In clearance sale, they tell 50% off, 60% off. You think very nice to buy, but they are not generous to give you good thing at such cheap price. They, they cleared all their old stock. I thought, oh, God made a trick. God gave the old stock so much of sickness. Body is appearing young, but so much of trouble. So what the problem is with my eyes nowadays? If the light is less, your handwriting fantastic, but my eyesight is creating problem to read quite a few. And somebody has written this such long. Oh God, I have attended 2 retreats. After each retreat, I have pain in my neck, shoulder, and hip. That it lasts up to 6 to 8 weeks. And it's difficult to practice Kriya on a continuous basis. What can be done to improve this condition? Do you know? I think the problem with you in such type of retreats, they have 1.5 hours meditation class, for example. You have at least 3 meditations in a day. So 3 meditations, 1.5 hours, it is 4.5 hours. Not only that, there is satsang, question and answer. You are forced to sit on the floor and you pose yourself to be great yogi and putting lots of effort. The problem with you, the problem is you can tell the organizers, I do not want to be jamindar, I want to be chowkidar. The meaning is I don't want to sit on the floor. I should have a chair nearby. When I feel little discomfort, I'll sit on the chair. Or I will stretch my leg. Stretch your leg, sit on the chair. Even if you do not fall asleep, you can lean to the wall, relax and listen to talk. Even meditation class, you can sit on the chair and meditate, no problem. Don't strain your body. That is the problem. When with half an hour daily practice, you come to 4.5 hours practice plus sitting on the floor and so on, it is quite natural. It is too much. So if I would have been like you, I would have found out my own way, looking at the body, how to adjust. Please do that. Don't strain your body and you should pay. Do you know what? All the advice you get from me, you should pay for that. And if you take it free, requesting Baba to share a humorous incident. involving Pujya Gurudev. Look, what do you think of my Gurudev? Gurudev was in ashram. We were serving him. And Gurudev had a friend. Friend means he was Guru Bhai, brother disciple, and younger than Gurudev, but older in practice of Kriya. And those who have seen the picture, Paramahansa Yogananda is taking food, Swami Sri Yukteswar is standing behind. It is also an autobiography of Yogi, I think. Paramahansa Yogananda is sitting with and taking food. Next to Sri Yukteswar, there is a little unclear picture, somebody standing, very slim, thin person, and it is he. His name was Swami Narayana Giri and was popularly known as Prabhuji. And this name was given by Sri Yukteswarji. Prabhuji means my Lord. Because Yukteswarji was very strict and tough. And nobody could survive near him because of, and he survived and taking care of his Gurudev and enduring. So from the very days Gurudev came to Yukteswarji, he had friendship with this young disciple. So both are sitting and we are taking food. We are serving food. So Prabhuji had his principle not to talk while taking food. Or if you ask, he will just yes, no, like this. And Gurudev, seeing his friend after 1 year or more, he's talking. So he's talking, Prabhuji looking at him and he's eating. Then Gurudev told, Gurudev looked at us, he said, do you know, Prabhuji and me, we are two friends. Then he started telling about two friends, Gurudev said. So once two friends met after a long time, both the friends lost their fathers. So they had a jackfruit, they have opened it. I don't know how many of you know how to open jackfruit. There is a little trick. So one friend is opening it and he's talking, my friend, this thing happened to my father and this thing. Other friend is just taking the jackfruit and eating. And he's narrating, this thing happened, I took him to hospital, the doctor said this examination, that, and this other friend is eating and eating. And this friend, when he was finished, so he said, what happened to your father? Why did he die? She said, father was sick, his life ended and he died. That's all. Gurudev is telling that Prabhuji is like that friend. He's just eating and eating, not talking. I'm going on talking. He's enjoying food and my talk. So Gurudev's brother was a doctor, elder brother. And one day he and Gurudev sitting on Gurudev's bed. Gurudev's elder brother sitting near Gurudev on his bed. And he's looking at Gurudev's hand as if he's an expert palmist. Two brothers. So Gurudev is looking what he's going to tell, and we are eager to hear that what the elder brother looking at the palm and talking. He said, do you know, in your hand, there are many special lines. So Gurudev said, what line? You have line for wealth. He said, tell. And we are hearing what he's telling. He said, you get a lot of money. He said, is it so? But you don't pay any tax. Then we all laughed. Then Gurudev said, anything more? Then he's saying, you have many children. Anything more? Without marriage. Please explain responsibilities and meaning of the word Kriyavan. This word Kriyavan is a Vedic word. It is in Mundaka Upanishad. You'll find the reference to this word. I'm just telling one mantra which is referring to Kriyavan. It is said, Prano hi esaha yah sarvabhutairi vibhati bijanan vidwan bhavate nativadi atmakrida atmarati kriyavan yah sa brahmavidam varistha. I hope you understood it. No? But you are from okay, she is from Iran. So she could not understand, I agree. And those who are from India, and if you tell we don't, you are Indian the great. The mantra tells, prana hi yaha sa sarva bhutari vibhati. The prana is shining, manifesting in every living beings. We all have prana. Bijanan vidwan, the wise person when knows it, bhavati no ativadi, never engages himself or herself in too much of discussion, debate, argument, logic, nothing. One life principle in all. One soul in all. Prana has many meanings. Atma krida, atma rati. One rejoices with the self, plays with the self. How? Being a kriyavan, we know the simple meaning of the word kriyavan. We address ourselves, those who are practically practicing practical spirituality is kriyavan. Yasa esa brahmavidam varistha. Through this practice, one becomes the knower of the Brahman, and not only knower of the absolute, knower of the divinity, and the best among the knowers of the divinity. Who is a kriyavan? One who loves the path, one who loves the gurus, one who practices faithfully with loyalty and sincerity day and night. Anything one does, doing with love for God, avoiding negative, being in positive, and so on. In 2008, when I got initiated, I did not get any mantra from you. And I do meditate with no mantra. Should I use Om? I think you have not remembered. Whomever I initiated, I'm talking of me. I wrote all the time in the fontanelle, on the tongue. If anybody asked for personal mantra, it's different. Otherwise, Om is written. Now what to do with these long love letters? Okay. Oh God, time is over. I forgot. Do you know what happened? I keep your questions in my pocket. We have to meditate. We'll meditate. If after meditation we'll have time, we'll see. Don't be unhappy. You'll tell. And do you know what happened? I kept this long paper, long letters. So it will take long time to read. And sometimes I thought it is a question or it is a letter. That's why I kept it. But I love you. I keep your paper in my pocket at least. We'll see the next. Okay. Thank you all. Let us all sit with eyes closed. Let us pray to God and Gurudev. Oh God, oh Gurudev, give me more calmness in my mind. Let my mind be free from doubts and confusion. Let my life be more focused. I bow to you. I am your child.